It's Hulk. One of those men in there are going to lead this ring World Wrestling Federation champion.
It's Justice and Savage. And look at Flair, I don't believe it.
Look at him.
Up there. Oh, Savage is gone.
Oh my God.
And look at Flair.
Look at him. He's
Still
coming.
dishing out the punishment.
He's still coming at him.
I don't believe it. Upside down in the corner. Look at Justice just watching. Flair once again hooking that bottom rope and looking from behind. Oh, Justice got rid of Hulk.
Uh-oh. I don't like the looks of things now. There are no friends. There are no friends. Only enemies.
Oh, is Hulk upset?
Quick play.
He said, you stolen my belt.
Quick play. What the?
And look at this. Hulkster holding on, trying to pull him out. It's Flair from behind. Oh, yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
Flair did it.
Yes, yes, yes. He did it. I told you myself. I told you myself. I told you. I told you. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. I told you. I told you.
Flair did it. I don't believe it.
He did it. He did it. I knew he'd do it. I knew he'd do it. Are you humanoids now?
What a man, Ric Flair.
I'm gonna meet him. I'm gonna meet him.
Where you going?
All right, by virtue of winning the Royal Rumble, we have a brand new World Wrestling Federation champion as the press watches on. At this time, to present the title belt to the new champion, our president, the distinguished Jack Tunney.
Congratulations, Ric Flair, on becoming the undisputed champion of the World Wrestling Federation.
Let me just say, after Vito distorting the belt to proclaim you the real world champion, I'm going to tell you all, with a tear in my eye, this is the greatest moment in my life. When you walk around this world and you tell everybody you're number one, the only way you get to stay number one is to be number one. And this is the only title in the wrestling world that makes you number one. When you are the king of the WWF, you rule the world. Think about it like that, Mr. Perfect.
Guys,
the
are on
brain.
bandwagon.
Woo! Woo!
Woo! Let's give a big one. Woo! You did it. I was never so impressed with anything I've ever seen in all my life. He went out there for over 60 minutes, never took a back step, took it to Hogan, took it to The Undertaker, took it to whoever got in that ring. That's why he is,
Hey,
and
Bobby,
you can call him now, the real world's heavyweight champion.
We're not the kind of guys that say, we told you so, but we told you so.
Hey, okay, very good. Ric Flair, you have made put that cigarette out. You have made World Wrestling Federation history here tonight.
It's the greatest moment of my life. I want to jump. I want to party. But I got to tell you like this. For the Hulk Hogans and the Macho Mans and the Pipers and the Sids, now it's Ric Flair. And y'all pay homage to the man. Woo! I love it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps it up. We hope you have enjoyed your Royal Rumble. For my broadcast colleagues, Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Sean Mooney, Mean Gene Okerlund, saying so long from the Knickerbocker Arena in Albany, New York. Flair will be defending his newly acquired title at WrestleMania. And already so much speculation as to whom is going to be challenging Mr. Flair. On that subject, later in this hour, we're going to be hearing from some of the superstars who just have to be considered the top contenders. That's all going to be happening right here. But standing by right now, let's hear from the new World Wrestling Federation champion, Ric Flair.
Oh, champ, you don't mind if I call you
Not
champ,
in the
do ya?
least.
There are actually people out there that believe that nobody's perfect. Wrong again. There's one Mr. Perfect, and you're looking at him. The man who perfectly predicted that Ric Flair would win the World Wrestling Federation champion. Was I right or was I right?
And win against all odds. The Royal Rumble, the greatest wrestling extravaganza ever put together to decide who would become the World Wrestling Federation champion. 30 of the greatest of all time, with one man walking away. One man now the claimant to the World Wrestling Federation title. I don't need to run down the names. You know who was there. And on top of that, we did it in record-setting fashion. We went in third. We wrestled 54 minutes. We beat them all. We styled. We profiled. We told everybody up front to be the man, baby. You gotta beat the man. Now, whether you like it or you don't like it, you've got to learn to love it because it's the greatest thing going today. Woo!
It's up to you, Jack Tunney, to pick the #1 contender in the World Wrestling Federation to go against Ric Flair. Oh, yeah. Keep in mind the name of the Macho Man Randy Savage, the name that's synonymous with the greatest of all in the history of the World Wrestling Federation. Don't forget the name, Jack Tunney. It's the Madness, the Macho Man #1, and I want to go against Ric Flair at WrestleMania and go back to where I once was. Yeah, understand that, Jack Tunney? Macho Man Randy Savage. I've got just as much a right to be #1 as anybody. Oh, yeah, Ric Flair. I'm the man to beat the man. Dig it? Yeah.
Welcome to our press conference, please. Please, ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this press conference is to announce just exactly whom of the top 5 contenders in the World Wrestling Federation will be challenging Ric Flair for the World Wrestling Federation title. Just a second. At the Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis on Sunday, April the 5th. Before we get that announcement, I would like to introduce to you the current World Wrestling Federation champion, Ric Flair. Mr. Flair.
Woo! Y'all tired of hearing that? Well, that's too bad. Because when you hear that noise, you know that the World Wrestling Federation champion is on location. None of you like to know that, do you? But the bottom line is, I told everybody in the world of professional wrestling that I would win this, the most coveted trophy in this sport. And you know what? As I look around this room, I see 5 of the great WWF superstars, but 5 guys that were in the ring with me the night I won this. As a matter of fact, there were 29 men in the ring the night I won this. So whether they like it or whether you like it, it's too bad. Because everybody in the sport of professional wrestling knows that WrestleMania, the biggest extravaganza in sports today, looms on the horizon. And for Ric Flair, it means a defense, a title defense of this, the World Wrestling Federation title. Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, The Undertaker, Randy Savage, Sid Justice, it doesn't make any difference to me. They were all in the ring the night I won this. So at WrestleMania, just as I walk in the champion, I'll walk out the champion. And that's the bottom line. Woo!
All right, folks, I'm sure. Wait a minute. Folks, I can hardly hear myself, please. I'm sure this man can answer some of the questions for you. I would like to introduce at this time the president. Questions later. Just give us a minute or two. The president of the World Wrestling Federation, the Honorable Jack Tunney. Mr. Tunney. Hold off on the questions, please.
Thank you very much, Gene. With so many worthy challengers anxiously awaiting a shot at Ric Flair's World Wrestling Federation title, choosing an opponent has been especially difficult. At this table up here are 5 of the challengers. Roddy Piper, The Undertaker. On my left, Sid Justice. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, right. Like it.
And Hulk Hogan. Very hard to choose one. However, after careful consideration, as well as examining the wishes of the public at large, I have reached a decision.
Right. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the press, challenging Ric Flair for the World Wrestling Federation title at the Hoosier Dome at WrestleMania 8 will be Hulk Hogan.
Yes. Yes. Me. Yes. Hulkamaniacs, I told you.
Welcome once again into my funeral parlor. My very special guest this week is the newly crowned WWF champion, Mr. Ric Flair, accompanied by his executive consultant, Mr. Perfect.
And there he is. Take a look at him in all his splendor. Thumbs down, no doubt, by this capacity crowd, but they all respect Mr. Flair.
Welcome once again into my funeral parlor. Tonight, on Saturday night's main event, the whole world will see Ric Flair team with my Undertaker against Hulk Hogan and Sid Justice.
You know what, Paul Bear? I've heard now that Sid Justice has made his apologies to Hulk Hogan. What you don't understand is, Sid Justice, Hulk Hogan, you may have made up yourselves and made yourselves friends. It doesn't matter to myself. It doesn't matter to The Undertaker. It doesn't matter to you, Paul Bear. Or does it matter to Ric Flair? What matters is, tonight, Saturday night main event, destruction is going to hit for Hulk Hogan and Sid Justice.
Whoa! Woo! What it means is this. It's Saturday night's main event. And it's the WWF at its best. It's Ric Flair, the newly crowned World Wrestling Federation champion. It's The Undertaker. It's Paul Bear. It's the great technician, Mr. Perfect, against who? Sid Justice and the former WWF champion, Hulk Hogan. Look at it like this. There's only one Saturday night's main event, and it's tonight. And it involves the 4 greatest superstars walking the aisle today. Sid Justice, 6'10", 300 pounds, awesome, but more powerful than our man? I think not. And Hulk Hogan, a man who has got the bitter taste of defeat on his tongue. Hogan, look at it. And most of all, learn to love it. Because with this, and with this, and with this, tonight, on Saturday night's main event,
of you boys can really walk that aisle. Woo!
Now Sid Justice with the opportunity to come in.
He's ready. He's ready to tag. He's holding the rope.
What is going on? Justice with a half-hearted attempt to tag.
There's no attempt. No attempt. He never put his hand out. Never stretched his arm out. I told you, McMahon. There's distension there. I told you.
The fans booing Sid Justice.
He's mocking Hogan now. He's putting his hand to his ear.
Music to his ears. What's going on? The Undertaker now with Hulk Hogan in the corner. Hogan's been there for Sid Justice every time Justice was in trouble. What's going on? Blatant double team effort behind the referee's back.
Here he goes again. He's going to try to make that tag. You're in the wrong corner, dummy. Take a left.
Sid Justice watching this.
Whoa!
Another chop. A right hand. Hogan now with tremendous resilience. Tremendous reserve. Hogan backing. Wait a minute. Double team effort.
Let's see, the show-off could have made a tag, but no. He wanted to clean clear.
What is going on? A blatant double team effort on the part of the Undertaker. But look at that. Finally, the double clothesline. Almost in desperation for the Hulkster. Once again, reaching for the tag. Reaching for Sid Justice.
Let's see if he puts his hand out. Let's see if he holds that rope. Let's see if he wants to get in the ring. Is he afraid of the Undertaker and Flair, or is he teaching Hogan a lesson? You
Hogan
tell me.
coming closer and closer. He'll make the tag this time. Hogan
Help me.
inching closer and
Help
closer
me. You
to
can
Sid
hear him.
Justice.
Help me! Help me! I've had it! The WWF Champion's kicking my butt! Help me!
Hogan reaching for the tag. Here it isn't.
Oh,
No. Justice. What's he doing? Justice is turning his back on Hogan. I can't believe this is happening.
he's taking a walk! He's had enough of Hulk Hogan! He's had enough of Beefcake! He's taking a hike!
Brutus Beefcake spinning. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, don't hit him, please.
This will be like a hockey game. It'll be a face-off. If he touches Beefcake, I guarantee it.
Help himself. Did you hear what Justice said? He wants Hogan to help himself. If he had hit Brutus Beefcake, Beefcake's face would have been shattered once again. Brutus has no business at ringside.
Brutus has no business anyplace. Take a walk, Justice.
He
You're doing the
doesn't
right
care.
thing.
Did you hear what he said? Meanwhile, the double team effort continues. Blatant double team effort. Oh, no. Oh, come on. This is really getting out of hand. Brutus Beefcake looking on as his friend is being mauled by The Undertaker, by Flair. Oh, no. Brutus coming in the ring. He has no business in the ring, much less at ringside. He's risking permanent disfigurement if he gets nailed by Flair or The Undertaker. Oh, look at that. Hogan on his feet. Clotheslines to both Flair and The Undertaker. Hulkster hammering away. Oh, now Flair. Ric Flair into The Undertaker. Beefcake better stay behind the Hulkster, and Hogan better take command.
Can you imagine what WrestleMania 8's going to be like, McMahon? Hogan Flair in that ring for the title? Wow!
Hulk Hogan protecting Brutus the Barber Beefcake from permanent injury. Yet another DDT, no doubt, coming your way. Here it comes now. Hooks him up and no. Whoa! All the way outside. Randy Savage dumping Jake the Snake over the top rope.
After just taking a DDT.
Look at this from the top rope. Savage now lunging for Jake. Right across the throat, the top of the retaining barrier. Right across the throat of Roberts. And Savage now with Roberts on the inside. Beating the count back in. Going up to the top rope again. Savage with perfect balance. Savage with the leap. Yes! Yes! The cover 1, 2, 3.
He got him. But I don't think he's done yet. I don't think he's done yet. He doesn't care about getting his hand raised or a 1, 2, 3. He wants to send him to the hospital.
Randy Savage victorious here over Jake the Snake Roberts. But Roberts perhaps has not learned his lesson yet. Savage now going to the outside. Yes, it'll be Savage trying to teach Jake the Snake a lesson he will never forget. Up on the top rope, a second official in the ring. They're trying to get Savage down from there. Trying to bring him down. Should he or shouldn't he strike Jake again?
He's gonna jump on all of them. I know, Savage. He's crazy. I told you the man's crazy. When it comes to Miss Elizabeth, there's no stopping him.
What's he doing? He has the bell. Randy Savage is gonna clobber Jake the Snake Roberts with that bell. You're right, there is no stopping this man. Jake has definitely learned his lesson. You just do not mess around with Elizabeth. Savage trying to get to Jake Roberts. And look at this, slithering his way back to the dressing room.
He's hurt, man. The man's got a broken nose. Who knows if his ribs are busted? He can't breathe.
Randy Savage still battling the men in the ring. He still wants to go after Jake the Snake Roberts, and who can blame him? Finally, nonetheless, this man, Randy Savage, has avenged the good name of Miss Elizabeth. Wait a minute, she's on her way down the ringside. Here she comes, the First Lady of the World Wrestling Federation, and the wife of the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Well, he did it for her, McMahon. He said he was going to take Jake apart, hurt him. Nobody messes with my wife, and he did it.
As a result of actions and accusations perpetrated by Sid Justice, WWF President Jack Tunney was forced to take matters into his own hands. Let's take you now to the update.
Update. An inside look from the pages of the World Wrestling Federation magazine. Hi again, everyone. As you know by now, World Wrestling Federation President Jack Tunney has made a ruling, and he has issued the following statement. Let me read. Due to the accusations made by Sid Justice alleging favoritism, as well as his recent actions in the ring, it is the decision of this office that at WrestleMania there be not one, but two main events. The World Wrestling Federation champion Ric Flair will defend his title against the now #1 ranked contender, Macho Man Randy Savage. While in the other main event, Hulk Hogan will be meeting Sid Justice. Ladies and gentlemen, it is official.
President Jack Tunney, you've made a lot of decisions here in the World Wrestling Federation. This time, you've stepped on me and the World Wrestling Federation champion. The decisions you made don't sit pleasant with us. Savage, chance of a lifetime. Don't let it pass you by.
The first mistake you ever made, Tunney, was when you attempted, through video distortion, to destroy my credibility as the greatest champion of all time. Now I stand here before you with the World Wrestling Federation title. Hogan gone and Savage in. We all know Savage has been the champion. We all know he's one of the greatest WWF superstars, a track record second to none. But we also know that Ric Flair is the man of the hour. Ric Flair is the man with the World Wrestling Federation title. And Randy Savage, we know something else you don't know.
Flair, I got the best chance to beat you, yeah, end of story. But you're planting a seed. You're damning me with faint praise. If you got something to say, just say it. You know something I don't know? Be direct! Talk to the Macho Man Randy Savage. If you've got the guts, yeah. Don't be holding back before WrestleMania 8, man. Let's get it on, because you got something that I want, that I am gonna take, because I'm better than you are, yeah. I've been the World Wrestling Federation champion before. That's credibility just by itself. But on the other hand, I can just beat you flat. 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the Hoosier Dome, yeah, WrestleMania 8. You and Mr. Perfect, yeah, alluding to different things, yeah. If you got it, show it. And if you don't have it, well, get ready, because I'm gonna take it, yeah. Dig it!
Macho Man Randy Savage, What makes you so macho? What makes you a man? And certainly I want to know what makes you a savage. Randy Macho Man Savage. You put the three together, and when you put them against this man, the WWF champion, Savage, you come up a loser.
Had to be a name he gave himself. Certainly the fans didn't call him Macho Man. Certainly no woman that I've ever known called him Macho Man. So Savage, WrestleMania 8, the big show. It's you and me. You've been the champion, you've walked the aisle, been the cock of the walk, had everything the way you wanted it. No more, pal. It's Mr. Perfect and Ric Flair looking you in the eye, telling you we're the World Wrestling Federation champion, and telling you we know something you don't know.
Yeah, the Indiana Hoosier Dome. Unbelievable World Wrestling Federation Championship match. You are the champion, Ric Flair, and I am the challenger for a little while. But when the bell rings in the Hoosier Dome, the Macho Man Randy Savage is gonna take it to you, Ric Flair. Unbelievable, maniacal, and devious you are. But I'm even more maniacal and devious, yeah. Because I am the one who has been there before. And you have lasting power, don't you, Ric Flair? But have you met me yet? Do you know what I'm all about? You will at WrestleMania. I am the Macho Man, Randy Savage, and I have been given a golden opportunity to go back and take back what was once mine. And I will take that opportunity and take it, and take it, and take it all the way, and once again become the World Wrestling Federation champion. Oh yeah, Ric Flair, that's gonna happen. The challenge of your life. Oh yeah, take it.
Macho Man Randy Savage, WrestleMania 8. You're going after the big one, the World Wrestling Federation champion, Ric Flair. Well, we know something about you, champ.
We going to the big show, Randy. You're the Macho Man, former WWF champion, focused on WrestleMania 8, focused on beating Ric Flair for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. But my friend, we have a surprise for you. A surprise that will take the whole world by storm. A surprise that will unfocus you. A surprise that will bring victory to Ric Flair and Mr. Perfect at WrestleMania 8. Woo!
Ooh, yeah! Indiana Hoosier Dome. The World Wrestling Federation Championship belt up for grabs. Ric Flair, you are the champion, yeah. And you say you got a surprise. Well, I don't like surprises. Don't even like you, yeah. Your ego's bigger than mine. I'm telling you right now that at the Hoosier Dome, you're gonna understand the fact. To be the man, you gotta beat the man, and that's what I'm planning on doing. 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring, and once again, be crowned the World Wrestling Federation champion. You understand that, Ric Flair? I'm coming after you, yeah. Bobby the Brain Heenan and Mr. Perfect, who's not perfect. You can be on the outside of the ring along with 72,000 other people and zillions of millions of people all around the world. A new champion, Ric Flair, the Macho Man. Dig it?
There has been tremendous speculation in recent weeks that Ric Flair and Mr. Perfect know something about the Macho Man, Randy Savage, that would adversely affect his performance when he challenges Flair for the World Wrestling Federation title as part of WrestleMania 8. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, Mr. Perfect, come on along with us if you would, please. Wow. Look at this layout. I can't believe it.
When I tell you I love you, honey, you can put it in the bank.
Interrupting here. I didn't mean to do that. I don't want you to cut your telephone call short. Gentlemen, I got to say, this wall looks very impressive. Matter of fact, it looks like the who's who in the world.
Well, it's the Wall of Fame, Gene.
Mr. Perfect, and of course you, World Wrestling Federation champion Ric Flair, you know very well why I am here. The allegations, the questions, the accusations, I want some answers.
Well, Gene, the whole world knows, it's no secret, that Randy Savage is insanely jealous of Elizabeth. But I'll tell you what has been the best kept secret. in all of professional sports, and that's this. Would you please tell the whole world, Gene, what this is?
If I'm not mistaken, it looks to me like a cover of an upcoming issue of the World Wrestling Federation magazine.
Oh, it's more than that, Gene. Please read the top line.
Wait a minute. Extra, Flair reveals shocking Elizabeth photos. Hey, what does that mean?
I'll tell you what it means. It means that somewhere out there in the world, Randy and Liz are vacationing as Randy prepares for his greatest challenge, WrestleMania 8. A shot at the World Wrestling Federation Championship. And it means at this very moment, Randy and Liz are either sitting opposite each other, maybe even lying down side by side. And it means that Elizabeth right now is experiencing sweaty palms. Right, Liz, baby? Maybe she's experiencing that old-time feeling up and down her spine. Maybe she's finding it more and more difficult, eh, baby, to look Randy in the eye. Do you know why she's having all these problems right now, Gene? Because she knows that Ric Flair is not only the greatest wrestler alive today, she knows that Ric Flair is the greatest lover on the face of God's green earth, Gene. And you know how she knows that? I bet you want to know, huh? You're thinking to yourself, champ, can you prove that statement? Well, the answer is yes. Let me show you this right here, everybody. Once again, look at this, Gene Okerlund. Look at this, everyone. Woo! You know what this means? It means Randy Savage Elizabeth was mine before she was yours. Woo! Yes! One more time, Randy. It means Elizabeth was mine, big man, before she was yours. And yes, if you're thinking to yourself, how am I going to follow that act? You can't. I'm the best, number one. But you know what the bottom line is right here, Randy? The bottom line is that the only reason Elizabeth is at your side right now is because I dumped her. Yeah, I dumped her. She's damaged goods, Randy. She's been mine. How about that, Randy? Is that hard to swallow?
That's cold.
Oh, yeah, it should be cold. And it should make you really think hard. Look her in the eyes. Ask her as you focus on WrestleMania 8, as you focus on your greatest challenge, Ric Flair. Remember, she was mine, pal, before she was yours. And Liz, I know you're thinking, baby, you're dying to make the call. I know you got the number, and she does, Gene. So, baby, feel free. Make the call. Drop the dime. I'll be there 24 hours a day, just like I always have been, honey. You know, as we look at this, I want to assure you of one thing. And keep in mind, she's a beauty, isn't she? Let me assure you of one thing, Gene Okerlund.
What's that?
She's all the way live. The water was a little cold. Woo, what a night.
Hey, Jim, was she a woo?
Oh, no, she was a woo!
Just who do you think you are, Ric Flair? You said you had information that was going to inhibit the performance of Randy Savage at WrestleMania. Information is one thing, but the filth, the dirt you dug up last week, that's not designed to adversely affect the performance of another wrestler. That's designed to break up a marriage, to break up a relationship. How dare you, Ric Flair? That kind of information, that kind of conduct, it's despicable, certainly unbecoming of someone of your stature as the World Wrestling Federation champion.
What you're seeing here, McMahon, is the arrogance of the World Wrestling Federation champion, the arrogance of a man that knows he's on top of every aspect of life, a man whose word is unreproachable, a man who right now is holding what could be a collector's item by tomorrow. Recognize this magazine? You know why it could be a collector's item by tomorrow? Because Randy Savage is at a fever pace trying to buy every issue on the street. Would you be embarrassed? He's embarrassed. You know why? Because we're revealing the fact that his wife did not lead a life of celibacy, that there was life before Randy, that there was, well, look at this picture right here. Here we are in her living room, on her sofa, where we spent so many enjoyable hours. Me with my huge arm nestled around her shoulder, watching a program I was no fan of back then. Do you recognize the two people there? Well, that's you and my financial advisor, Bobby Heenan. TNT. Once again, the evidence rolls on. Let's look at another photo right here. Here we are, playing billiards. That's pool to you. Actually, I'm teaching her, as I taught her so many other things. You know, she had a real palatial crib. Right off to the right of this table, you can't see the picture is her bedroom.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Oh, we'll talk about anything I want to. I'm a WWF champion. Have you forgotten? Let's go back to the original scene. Here we are. Let me assure you of one thing, McMahon. The temperature in her pool is second to none. But let's look real closely here at the hottest item going. You see those two towels, right? R and L. Rick and Liz. As the story rolls on, McMahon, Randy and Liz, I understand there's a lot of dissension in that marriage right now. Randy, don't be ashamed of that feeling. Nobody can walk in these shoes. And Liz, as that tension builds up, as it starts to really get to you, don't be afraid to drop a dime. You got the number, and I got a big shoulder to rest that head on. And Randy, most importantly of all, as you walk that aisle at WrestleMania 8, as you have to look me eye to eye, remember, Randy, she was mine before she was yours. Woo! Ha ha!
Randy Savage, let me first of all thank you for allowing us into your home during a time that has to be very difficult for both Elizabeth and yourself. And I respect the wishes of Elizabeth not wanting to appear on camera at this time. But what about the allegations from Ric Flair? You saw it in front of a nationwide television audience on Entertainment Tonight. I mean, the photographs showing he and your wife at poolside, watching television together, nestled on the couch, even playing billiards. Very intimate situations indeed. And then Ric Flair saying that Elizabeth, well, let me quote him. Randy, he said, she was mine, Randy Savage, before she was yours. I really don't know what to say. You know, the very image of Elizabeth, and then that storybook relationship between you and her, all of this now coming into question. Randy Savage, what are you thinking? Tell me, what are we supposed to think?
And just what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, there's pictures and a lot of evidence.
Untrue.
Well, these allegations.
Untrue.
Yeah, but Randy, I mean, the photographs at poolside.
Untrue.
Well, I mean, at the billiard table and watching television.
Untrue.
Untrue. Flair has been showing those scandalous photos of him and Elizabeth, and he's not about to quit, as you'll see when I ran down the champion earlier this week. I'm looking for the boat. Make that the yacht of World Wrestling Federation champion Ric Flair. As you know, in recent weeks, Flair has been releasing some rather revealing photographs of him and Elizabeth in some rather intimate situations. All of this in an obvious attempt, to affect the performance of the Macho Man when Randy Savage meets Ric Flair for the World Wrestling Federation title 2 weeks from now at WrestleMania. Well, it says, Gypsy, this must be the boat.
This is the right one, you little swabby. Permission to come aboard.
Wow, this thing's got to be 80 feet long at least.
Welcome aboard, Gene.
Ric Flair. Wow. Boy, is this befitting of the World Wrestling Federation champion. This is lavish.
Did you expect anything less? Have a seat. You staying for the party tonight?
No. The reason I'm here, Ric Flair, last week I spoke with Macho Man Randy Savage in his home. At that point in time, he categorically denied that there was anything to the photographs, anything to the relationship between yourself and Elizabeth. He said it was all untrue.
Gene is in a state of denial. He's lost it. Untrue? Do pictures lie? This is the hottest magazine in press today. Savage is running around the country trying to buy every copy up. Doesn't make any difference. It was on Entertainment Tonight. You saw it. Look right here, Gene. Here we are. Look at this.
Wow, where was that?
At her dining room table. Dom Perignon. She's really working on me here, you know. Look at the look in her eyes. Have you ever seen a woman more content in your entire life? And look at here at the stables.
Oh.
There she is with her 2 favorite studs.
Jim, I guess you were her first mate, huh?
Yeah, something like that, Mr. Perfect. Damaged goods. Let's go back here one more time.
Oh, my.
Remember I told you about the towels at the pool? The initials R&L, Rick and Liz. And look at here. She even remembered my favorite fruit, strawberries.
Nice.
Cracking up, Savage? You having a hard time swallowing this? Gene, you know that he is. And you know why? Because 2 weeks from now, you're going to be damaged goods just like Elizabeth. You got to walk that out. You got to face the best wrestler alive today, the WWF heavyweight champion, WrestleMania 8. You having a problem following this, Savage? It's a problem you have to live with the rest of your life. I'm Ric Flair. Elizabeth knows that, and you're not. That's something you got to live with. Remember this, Savage. I'm going to dump you. Just like I dumped her. You two deserve each other. Damaged goods. Live together the rest of your life. I'm Ric Flair, and I'm riding high. Woo!
Could I get your attention, please? Before we get started here tonight, I would like to set some ground rules down for everybody, members of the dais as well. And the ground rules are this, that I would like all the applause to be held till after Ric Flair has finished speaking. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to introduce to you the man that in 1 week at WrestleMania 8 will face the Macho Man Randy Savage, and I am proud to say will destroy the Macho Man Randy Savage. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you at this time the greatest World Wrestling Federation champion of all time, Ric Flair.
Thank you, Mr. Perfect. As I now stand before each and every one of you that believes Elizabeth led that life of celibacy, each and every one of you that believes she's that sweet, innocent flower she claims to be, each and every one of you that believes her accusations that the photographs of she and I are not real. Once again, as I stand before you all, let's just take one moment to review the photos. Let's start out with the photo of she and I by the pool. Remember the towels, the initials R and L? Well, what else could they stand for but Rick and Liz? And my favorite fruit, strawberries. What a great day that was. Now let's look at Liz and I watching TV, cuddled up oh so closely. And of course, there's the scene at the dining room table, drinking Dom Perignon. Look at the look of her eyes. Look at the bliss of there's a satisfied woman. And of course, let's go to the stables. As I said earlier, there's Elizabeth with her 2 favorite studs. Please notice the scarf she's wearing. Well, it's not by chance, ladies and gentlemen, that I happen to have that lovely scarf with me this very moment. And it's not by chance that I happen to remember the lovely scent of Elizabeth, Randy, the lovely scent of your oh so beautiful wife. Then again, it's not by chance that I'll be wearing this same scarf at WrestleMania 8, remembering the sweet smell of your lovely wife, Randy. And it's not by chance that I will experience the sweet smell of success when I beat you, Randy Savage, at WrestleMania 8. Woo! Thank you oh so much. Woo! Woo! Hey. Woo! Woo! Woo!
lies. 1,000,000% untrue. Later on this weekend, Elizabeth's gonna expound on the truth. Yeah, the truth is, we know it. Ric Flair, you're a total liar. I'm telling you right now. Number 1 on the hit list. Number 2 is Mr. Perfect, who's not perfect. Bobby the Brain Heenan, you're number 3 on the Seek and Destroy list. And number 4 is the publisher of the World Wrestling Federation magazine. Yeah, because you gave validity to Ric Flair, who's a total liar. Ric Flair, you say to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Well, in the Indiana Hoosier Dome at WrestleMania 8, when the smoke clears, I'm gonna be the man to beat the man. But I'm not gonna be beating a man. I'm gonna be beating a 1,000,000% liar. Yeah, I am no angel, but you are the dirtiest player ever to play the game. Messing with the reputation of my wife, you will never survive. No, you won't. This is the time for me to tell you, show up at WrestleMania 8. Yeah, listen to what Elizabeth's got to say, but the final clout will be the Macho Man doing it to you.
Macho Man, in my opinion, is going to walk out of the Hoosier Dome as once again reigning WWF champion.
Wait till you see him walk down that aisle. That's cool.
I thought you'd be more upset, Brain. You're on the list. You're on the hit list.
What list? I'm not on the list.
Oh, yes, you are.
For what?
You're on the hit list of the Macho Man.
You're going to put me on a list? Put
For
me
all
on
that photo garbage you've been laying on everybody.
Hey, they're not my photos. They belong to Flair.
Hey, too bad.
You talk to him about
your name right on top of the list, followed by Ric Flair, the reigning champion, and that man right there.
Well, then you talk
the
to
executive consultant.
You talk to Mr. Perfect about
and
that.
Also,
you talk to Flair about that.
The publisher of the magazine as well.
Well, he should be on the list. But Elizabeth hadn't even said anything. Just because Savage denies it doesn't mean anything.
Well, for your edification, Brain, coming up next on the program will be the First Lady of the World Wrestling Federation with a special interview.
Well, you don't have to show that. We've seen her lie before.
We are. Brunzell with a side headlock here on the champ.
Hey, one thing about Brunzell, he's always in tremendous shape. And he looks good in that ring. He's a competitor.
Possessing one of the most tremendous drop kicks I've ever seen.
I mean, I've known this man's career since he started.
Oh, right in the eye.
Only one trouble he has, Brunzell.
What is that?
Oh, he tries to make everybody like him. He wants to be a nice human being. That won't help you, dummy. You got to get out there and kick somebody when they're down.
One half of the big double main event coming up at WrestleMania 8. Ric Flair taking on the Macho Man Randy Savage, and the other half, the Hulkster, taking on Insane Sid Justice. You want to know everything about WrestleMania 8? Call the WrestleMania 8 hotline.
Put him away, champ.
$1.49 for the first minute, only 99 cents for each additional minute. You youngsters out there, you kiddies, be sure to ask Mom and Dad before you call that hotline number.
Are you sure I can't call collect?
With you?
Well, I left my wallet in my other pants.
When did you ever hear of a 900 number you could call collect?
Okay, then loan me $1.49. I'll pay you back. You deadbeat.
Over for the cover, 2-0. Very nonchalant cover by Ric Flair.
You go tell him that. That's a WWF champion there you're calling nonchalant.
Inverted atomic drop finds the mark.
Give it a woo, give it a woo. I'll do it for you.
Woo! There'll be a whole lot of oh yeahs in the Hoosier Dome.
What is Elizabeth possibly going to say?
I don't know, Brain. If I did, I wouldn't tell you.
I know what she's going to say. She's going to announce that she's filed for divorce.
Oh, please. Why don't you be serious? Come down to earth.
When you're watching,
I know there's 40 on the list, and your name is right at the top.
My name has no reason to be there.
It's a vendetta now. Oh, look at that. What a backdrop.
I wouldn't have taken this match so close to WrestleMania, especially with a competitor. Whoa!
There's that drop kick we talked about. No. 1, 2. Incidentally, this is also a non-title matchup.
Yeah, but you can get hurt with a guy like Brunzell in there.
Certainly can. Nice reversal and a sleeper. Nice move by the champ.
The beginning of the end.
Here it comes. That patented figure 4 leg lock.
Snap, crackle, and pop. He said it. He's from Minnesota. He's a quitter. I knew that. He'd give it up. That's cool.
That's got nothing to do with it where you're from. Give me a break.
Sure it does. We don't quit in Beverly Hills. We hire people to do it for us.
Federation champion, Ric Flair.
Elizabeth, thank you for allowing us into your home.
Well, Vince, 2 weeks ago when you were here, I couldn't speak with you then. I was in shock. I was embarrassed and humiliated, and I guess what I've been feeling is a little numb, but now I'm angry. I'm angry because national television and the World Wrestling Federation magazine, a publication that has always treated Randy and myself fairly, whether times were good or bad, gave credibility to a man like Ric Flair and proceeded to publish photographs in an article that were, as Randy said, completely untrue.
Untrue.
Yes, we have proof. Randy is actually on his way now to the magazine headquarters to give the negatives to the publisher. I don't know how those photographs happened, and what I can't believe is that someone like Ric Flair would be taken at face value for what he said. It just amazes me. I'm really angry about it.
Are you saying that in the negatives, which Randy Savage now has, are you saying that in those negatives, where you see Ric Flair next to you, that it's actually Randy Savage? That's what the negatives are going to show?
Absolutely. I don't know how he did it, how Ric Flair managed to do it, but those are personal pictures of Randy and mine, and I'm so upset that he was able to do that, and then that the magazine would just publish them, that they were true.
Do you feel as though your reputation has been besmirched in any way?
Oh, of course I do. I feel terrible about it. I feel badly, not just for myself, but for my family and for Randy's family, that everyone now is looking at us a little bit differently.
Are you different, Liz?
I think I'm probably, yes, a lot different. I think but what's more important is the idea that this can happen to anyone, that a person like Ric Flair can say something is true and people believe it, and it can happen to anyone at any time. It's just shocking.
So you feel vulnerable then?
I feel vulnerable. I think, yeah, I'd say I feel pretty vulnerable.
What do you want to happen, Liz, if you could wave your magic wand and all this goes away? How are you going to be vindicated?
I know that we will be vindicated when the magazine publishes the true photographs, when I know that when people get a chance to actually see what the true story is, that I personally will feel vindicated, but there will always kind of be a nagging in my mind that anyone would ever believe that this happened.
So then you feel you've been scarred and perhaps in some way scarred for life?
Yes.
Thank you.
But here at the airport, I don't know if this is some kind of a wild goose chase. World Wrestling Federation oh, here they are finally. World Wrestling Federation champion Ric Flair, along with his executive consultant, Mr. Perfect. Gentlemen, Elizabeth has publicly denied the allegations. As a matter of fact, the two of you are on the hit list.
Wait just a minute. Miss Elizabeth, how low can you possibly go?
Are you talking about running around Sue herself, the Jezebel that now has the audacity to tell the whole world that the World Wrestling Federation champ could be telling an untruth? Well, let me explain something to you, sweetheart. I remember when you were so proud of the fact that you rode Space Mountain, you couldn't stand it. And I remember how you always wanted to be on the arm of Ric Flair as we styled and profiled. Now it's long limousines, it's jet airplanes, it's the World Wrestling Federation Championship. You want back in? No way, baby. And on top of that, she's got the nerve to call me a liar, to insinuate after a month that the photos aren't real. Another Jack Tunney trying to really distort my belt, trying to tell the world it didn't happen. Liz, you were there and you loved it, baby. You loved it. Now, now you want back in. Well, baby, there's no way. And in closing, Mr. Perfect and I have one last surprise at WrestleMania. Tell him, Perfect.
Well, you've got to be talking about the centerfold, the prize photo of Miss Elizabeth, the one that we're going to have stuck up on the big screen at the Hoosier Dome at WrestleMania. Savage, so everybody can see exactly what your old lady looks like.
Oh. 10,000 letters a week. People wanting to know, Rick, was she really that hot? Rick, what does she really look like? Well, at WrestleMania 8 on the big screen, Ric Flair, Mr. Perfect are going to show it all. Randy, your wife is going to be there. Woo! Woo! On the big screen. Let's go, big man. Hey, and in closing, Gene Okerlund, let me just remind Randy Savage of two things. Number one, Randy, no matter how you look at it, pal, she was mine before she was yours. And number two, when you're on your hands and knees, after taking the worst beating of your life, you'll be the same thing she is every day of her life. Damaged goods. Woo! Woo!
Mr. Perfect Champion Ric Flair, this is it. We are just moments away for the...
Shut up, Mooney. This is what it's all about. The prize photo of your old lady, Savage. The one we're going to put up on the big screen in the Hoosier Dome so everybody can see what she looks like. We've had it all taken care of. We took out all the flaws. She's as close to perfect as she's going to get.
Oh, and believe me, this is the real deal. Ladies and gentlemen, it's WrestleMania 8. It's Indianapolis, Indiana. It's bright lights. It's the big cities. It's long limousines. It's women lined up for a block to take a shot at the champ and Mr. Perfect. But most of all, it's Randy Savage's attempt to walk the aisle to defend the honor of his lady and to try and capture the most coveted trophy of them all, the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Randy, after taking the worst beating of your life, keep this in mind when you're flat on your back. Look up to the big screen, because Mr. Perfect will be waving the fold-out of Liz and pal. She's all the way live. And then Liz, to top it off, you got one last shot, baby, at Space Mountain.
Can I come along with you this time, champ?
Yeah.
Let's go over to Gene Okerlund.
Obviously, World Wrestling Federation champion Ric Flair not at a loss for words. That is not the case, however, with the Macho Man Randy Savage. At this juncture, he is not granting interviews to anybody. It could be that this man is concentrating right now on regaining the World Wrestling Federation title. Or it could be that he's preoccupied with regaining the honor of his wife, the lovely Elizabeth. Or it could be that he is totally consumed with the thought, the notion that that alleged centerfold is going to be going up on the big screen here at the Hoosier Dome this afternoon, courtesy of Ric Flair. Whatever the case leading up to all of this, I've got to believe it's going to be one of the greatest title bouts in World Wrestling Federation history. With that in mind, let's get out to ringside.
Oh, look at this! Perfect with a steel chair! Do what you have to do! Oh, come on! It's over. Piece of cake, nothing to worry about. If Perfect wants to be part of this, oh, look at this! Elizabeth trying to make her way down. Oh, she can't take it anymore. Now is she worried about the Macho Man? How about this? Or is she worried about Ric Flair? You tell me. They're trying to keep Elizabeth out of there, but I don't think they're going to be able to. She's got her mind made up. She's going to the side of the champion, Ric Flair. They're going to break that leg. He's going to slap that figure four on. Snap, crackle, and pop. Do it to him. Do it to him.
Savage took that chair by Perfect right in the leg.
They can't physically get her back. What are they going to do with her? Here we go. It's all academic. Snap it on him.
Here comes the figure four.
He's got it. He's got it. Nobody gets out of that monsoon. Once it's properly applied and he locks it in, it's over.
They're trying to convince Elizabeth to leave the ringside area, but she's having no part of it.
She doesn't want to see the pictures.
And look at
the pictures.
Look at the Macho Man fight this figure four.
Show me the pictures. Show it to the world.
2 count by the referee. Oh, look at that. It's crazy here in the Hoosier Dome.
I've never seen a championship match like this in my life.
You mean with so much outside interference from your guy, Mr. Perfect?
Tough, tough.
Oh, he's been in this an awful long time.
Liz is there. I know why she's there. She's there to see. Look at her. She's clapping for Ric Flair, the World Wrestling Federation champion.
She is not.
Still waters run deep.
That left hand just raised in the air by the Macho Man. Oh, look at this. Come on, Rep.
What business is it of his to do something like that?
He should have been escorted out of here a long time ago.
Break that leg, break that leg.
It's a small package by the Macho Man.
No, you're not going to beat him like that.
The left leg and knee of the Macho Man.
Look at Liz, she just
in real trouble here.
Look at Liz, she just gave a woo. Did you hear her? Flair will probably fix his leg so he can never walk again.
It's for you, baby.
Woo! It's for you, baby. And she winked. She winked at him.
She did not.
She did too. Don't get in my face.
Savage in big trouble here.
Look at her. She's giving the eye. I'll meet you out back. It's over. Oh. It is over. So on, Macho Man.
If that figure four out again, I would have to concede it would be over.
You bet.
But no, it's the Macho Man. And he'll go behind from the outside.
He no! He used the trunks. He had the man by the trunks. What the hell is going on here? What is going on? I gotta get out of here. I gotta get to Ric Flair.
Elizabeth went right after Flair, and now it's mayhem. History has been made here in the Hoosier Dome, as once again the Macho Man Randy Savage has regained the World Wrestling Federation Championship. All kinds of WWF officials in the ring, and no one can maintain order. It's Battle of Mayhem here. Elizabeth won after Flair with a vengeance.
And it's still not over. Pandemonium here in the Hoosier Dome, where history has been made. Finally, we got Flair and Perfect outside the ring. Macho Man still down on his back inside the ring. What a tremendous pounding he's taken at the hands of Flair and Perfect. But look at him fight. Once again, Randy Macho Man Savage has regained the WWF Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout